What if everything we've ever known, every war, every love story, every invention, every hope was just a prologue to something far greater? Beyond Earth's thin veil of atmosphere lies a frontier so vast, so unknown, and so untamed that it makes our entire planetary history seem like the opening line of an epic saga. Humanity is now on the verge of piercing that veil, not just with satellites and rovers, but with ambition, industry, and purpose. This is not science fiction, it is our future. In this journey beyond the clouds, we'll explore how space is becoming humanity's next domain, a place where nations, corporations, visionaries, and even rogue entrepreneurs are racing to stake their claim. From space tourism and orbital habitats to mining asteroids and building cities on Mars, we are witnessing the beginning of a space-based civilization. But what will life beyond Earth truly look like? What challenges will we face? What technologies will shape our destiny? And most importantly, what will we become when we're no longer bound to the ground beneath our feet? It begins with our first escape, the push to low Earth orbit. It may not seem far, just 100 kilometers above sea level, but this realm has become the proving ground for the space economy. Here, the International Space Station has orbited for over 2 decades, acting as both laboratory and lighthouse. It has taught us how to survive in microgravity, how to recycle water, grow food, and deal with cosmic radiation. But the ISS is aging, and a new generation of space stations is coming. Companies like Axiom Space, Vasta, and Blue Origin are designing next-gen orbital habitats, modular, commercial, and open to private astronauts, researchers, and even tourists. These new stations aren't just science labs, they're stepping stones. They train crews, test systems, and pave the way for deeper ventures. Simultaneously, Earth orbit is being transformed into a bustling network of satellites, thousands of them powering global internet, navigation, climate monitoring, and defense systems. Companies like SpaceX with Starlink, Amazon with Kuiper, and OneWeb are building constellations that blanket the planet with data, but they're also laying the communication grid for interplanetary expansion. After all, the Internet of Mars will need a backbone. And this brings us to the Moon. Once a dead end in the space race, the Moon is now a launch. NASA's Artemis program aims to land astronauts on the lunar surface by the end of the decade, including the first woman and person of color. But this time, we're not going to plant flags. Artemis is building a long-term presence on the Moon, starting with the Gateway, a space station orbiting the Moon, and eventually establishing permanent habitats near the lunar South Pole, where water ice exists in shadowed craters. Water is life, but it's also fuel. If we can extract and split lunar ice into hydrogen and oxygen, we can refuel rockets in space, transforming the Moon into a cosmic gas station. This changes everything. Suddenly, missions to Mars and beyond become exponentially easier. The cost to escape Earth's gravity is enormous, but if we can launch from the Moon or refuel there, the entire solar system opens up. And the Moon has resources too. Rare earth elements, helium-3 for potential fusion, and regolith that can be 3D printed into shelter. Lunar industry may be crude at first, but as infrastructure grows, we LLC the rise of a cislunar economy, a zone of space that includes Earth and the Moon, humming with satellites, shuttles, habitats, and supply lines. But the true leap lies ahead. Mars, the red planet, has gripped human imagination for centuries. But now, for the first time, we have the tools and plans to make the journey real. SpaceX's Starship, a fully reusable interplanetary vehicle, is designed to carry 100 passengers to Mars. Elon Musk envisions a self-sustaining city of 1 million people within the century. This isn't a fantasy, it's engineering meeting ambition. Mars presents unimaginable challenges: a thin atmosphere, brutal cold, toxic soil, high radiation, and a lack of breathable oxygen. But we are developing solutions: radiation-shielded habitats built underground or beneath closed-loop life support systems, vertical farms and algae bioreactors for food and oxygen, robotic construction crews that prepare sites before humans arrive, AI systems that manage colonies, and digital twins that simulate life on Mars in real time back on Earth. The first crews will live like pioneers: tight quarters, limited resources, constant danger. But they'll also be legends, the first humans to live on another world. And their mission won't just be to survive. It'll be to thrive, to lay the foundation for a civilization that looks up at Earth as the distant blue light in their night sky. Beyond Mars, the solar system NASA and international partners are targeting the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, Europa, Titan, and Enceladus as prime candidates for extraterrestrial life. Beneath their icy crusts lie vast oceans, possibly warmed by geothermal vents. Probes like the upcoming Europa Clipper and Dragonfly will explore these alien seas, searching for life. If life is found, even microbial, it will be the most profound discovery in history. It will mean we are not alone. But even if life isn't found, we will go. not just for science but for resources. Asteroids are packed with rare metals, platinum, nickel, cobalt. A single metal-rich asteroid could hold trillions in value. Companies like Planetary Resources and Astroforge aim to mine these space rocks, building the foundations of an off-Earth supply chain. It sounds like science fiction, but the economics are real. In space, there is no gravity tax. If we can develop robotics, AI, and automated processing plants, we can harvest and refine materials in space and bring them or their benefits back to Earth. And what of space habitats? Designers envision Neil Salundis in Stanford. Massive rotating stations that mimic Earth's gravity through centrifugal force. These megastructures, powered by solar arrays and filled with self-sustaining ecosystems, could house thousands, perhaps millions of people. Building them would take decades, but with lunar mining, asteroid materials, and robotic assembly, they are within reach. Imagine cities in the sky, orbiting Earth or cruising between planets, with artificial weather, rivers, parks, and architecture designed from scratch, a blank canvas for a new kind of civilization. These habitats would be multicultural, multi-generational, and they would not be Earth 2.0. They would be something new. And this brings us to the philosophical leap. As we move beyond Earth, we are not just exporting biology, we are exporting humanity. Our fears, our dreams, our conflicts, our creativity. Will we repeat the mistakes of colonization, competition, and greed? Or will space force us to evolve, to build societies that value cooperation, sustainability, and diversity? In the vacuum of space, every breath is precious, every failure is deadly. That fragility may teach us to be better stewards not just of new worlds, but of the old one we left behind. And what about Earth? As we stretch outward, Earth will become something new, a cradle of life, yes, but also the cultural and historical center of a multi-world civilization. Just as cities gave birth to nations, Earth will give birth to a species that no longer sees itself as confined to one planet. We will become interplanetary and eventually, because this is only the beginning. Already, visionary projects like Breakthrough Starshot are exploring the idea of sending nanoprobes to nearby stars at 20% the speed of light. It may take centuries, but the seeds are planted. Our solar system is our training ground. The stars are our inheritance. And as technology advances, quantum propulsion, fusion engines, cryogenic sleep, neural AI integration, we will continue pushing outward, not for conquest, but for curiosity. Not to escape Earth, but to express it. Because to go beyond Earth's atmosphere is not just to explore space. It is to explore who we are and who we could become. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember that black void isn't empty. It's full of possibility. And we're going there not as astronauts, but as ancestors of the next civilization. The frontier isn't ahead, it's already here. And beyond that blue sky, our story is just beginning.